Chris alluded to American Thanksgiving and that being a little bit of a pivotal point in the playoff cut line. Is that something that your group is aware of, or like?
You're aware of today. That's it. You can look at all that stuff all you want, but I've seen teams in recent history that were worse than the NHL at Christmas. They won a Stanley Cup. So today is the most important day.
And the key to starting to make up a little bit of that ground in the standings, starting to say what you want to see out of your group.
The key to us making up ground is playing well tonight and putting this game as the most important game. So we have to build on some of the things that we did well in Seattle, and we want to make sure the pace of our game is right tonight, and we want to make sure we have contribution from everybody.
Ryan, what are you hoping to see out of Adam tonight, having been out of the lineup for the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, a lot of the same as to what he was doing before he got injured. He was doing a lot of good things for us. He was protecting pucks, he was strong on it, he was playing with more pace consistently, and I think he's starting to get a better understanding of who he is and how he has to play as a player. So we're looking forward to having him back. He's turning himself into an important piece for us.
Yeah. What challenges do the Predators present tonight?
Their back end, very active, is one thing for us, and this year they're not giving up a lot, so they're very stingy. So you have to be prepared to stay with a certain game plan and make sure you're committed to doing it for 60 minutes, 60 plus if you have to. Yeah.
How have you felt your team has been adjusting to the new defensive zone structure compared to the beginning of the season to now?
It's coming. I mean, there's, as we've talked about, I don't think that's been our challenge. It's been what we've been doing with the pucks and the chances that we give up off the rush or off turnovers. That's something that we've cleaned up a little bit over the last little while, and it's led to less opportunity, I would say, for teams in our zone. So it is getting better, but there's still a lot of work to do with it.
Is that a matter of being more connected?
In our own zone?
Well, just in general, like you talked about cleaning up some of the turnovers. Is that?
Yeah. I don't know if that side is necessarily connected. I mean, that's sometimes people trying to do a little bit too much at a certain time, and they play through 2 or 3 people to try to make something happen for our team instead of making the smart play. And we've done a better job of reducing those situations over the last little while. Yeah.
Right, I was just looking at one of the stats. It's like you guys are third last in the league in hits.
Yeah.
Is that a product of just every building's different in terms of whether they mark them, or is that a concern for you? Would you like to see more physicality?
Well, listen, I think everybody would like to see more physicality. You look at our guys, we don't have a ton of physical players. Nikita, without a doubt, is someone that people know when he's on the ice, he's going to finish his checks hard. A lot of our other players are physical in a different way, I would say. So it's not necessarily about blowing someone up like Nikita does. It's about having a good stick and making sure they're forcing teams to make plays under pressure. And Connor Zary is not going to run someone over. Typically, Elias won't. We have a lot of guys that are really good checkers, but they're not people that are going to look to blow you up like Nikita would, per se.
You've been looking for someone to play on the right side with Elias and Jonathan. Why could Dylan potentially be that guy?
Dylan had some pace. He's got some pace to his game for sure, and I thought after he missed his recent game, he came back in Seattle and he played more to who he is. He was a harder, hungrier player, and he's got some pace that can push people back on that line. So we'll see. I mean, we have other people that we feel could play in there. Maggi is a guy that's starting to grab hold of that role, but this is opportunity for Dylan, and that's what it's all about.